All right, real fast, I want to touch base on the Idaho 4 and Brian Kohberger. Is it possible he did know one of the girls? Or one of the boyfriends or a family member or something? It's possible. I'm guessing probably something ain't right about this case. I don't know. They're giving him way too much credit. Uh, I think there is a connection somewhere. We're just missing it. Well, here's the thing: we don't have the data or the phone records to link them to anyone in the families or friends around them or boyfriends. The police have that, right? We don't. So it's tough for us as YouTube crime community people to to know that. I'm guessing somewhere, maybe drugs, maybe somewhere maybe I don't know. Maybe there's a connection there. We really won't know until the phone data comes back and everything, right? Um, my opinion, they might have known each other, being that they went to colleges that were so close to each other, possibly hung out with each other, possibly. You know, uh, but I believe they're giving him way too much credit. Uh, he did lose a lot of weight. Was he not? Was he a druggie? Is that how he lost his weight? Was meth or cocaine or heroin? Could have been. But we'll have to see. I'm guessing there probably is some kind of a connection between them somewhere, or somebody that knew the girls, uh, possibly. But there are some good crime channels that are going to be going live here shortly within half an hour. Good morning, Debbie. And I think here in about 15 minutes, they're going to be going live. So I'm probably going to watch their channel, but uh, we gotta cover all bases, folks. He could have had somebody helping him, uh, like Santa's little helper or something, an elf. And I'm not saying he could be the lone killer, but you got to cover all the bases. You got to make sure he didn't have help, because if he did have help and he don't talk, well, then we got other people out there that are killing, right? That could have helped them, been helping them. But I think there is some kind of a connection between the girls somehow, or their boyfriends, somebody somewhere. Now, I was thinking of something else, but I lost my train of thought on this. The phone, I was going to bring it up in my last video, but the phone rang and distracted me. But yeah, you know, I'm not taking anything off of the table until this case is done. Uh, it's possible he was the only one that did this, and it's also possible that he had help. Well, we won't know that. Just bathed my dog. Time for a cigarette and my bath. Yeah, I might have to take a shower too myself. I'm not. I'm not up to par today, but it's really damp out and kind of humid. It's sun's starting to come out, but this is the calm before the storm. We got that cold front coming here soon. They're saying we might have another round of storms that turn into a snowstorm or something. But now you got to track everywhere that dude has been. Why? Because he might have been a serial killer. He might have acted alone. You got to go. Where did he go on his breaks? Did he go back home to Pennsylvania? Now you got to go. Now you got to look in Pennsylvania for anybody with similar MOs. You know, he could have took someone else's murder and made it his MO. to make it look like someone else did it. There's a lot in this, and I think they're just taking people off the list way too fast. And I'm kind of upset that these people are blaming certain YouTubers. Uh, there were certain YouTubers that came out and put Jack as the killer. We didn't on this channel because we ain't idiots. It could have been anybody until they have stone cold proof. Hell, you folks ain't even using your head. Brian was in criminology and stuff like that. Is there some way that maybe he called, maybe they did have DNA and he got wind of it, that they got his DNA? Maybe hey, I'm a criminologist, I'm studying. This is my professor. I've studied under this professor. Can you give me some info on what you guys are, And he could have been friends with, and they were feeding him this information. And then it just got too close where either they had DNA from another crime possibly, or someone tipped him off. Hey, and he boot scoot boogied, maybe. But still, he's an idiot. Because if he was real smart, he would have been out of the country. Can we agree on that? Can we agree on that? If he was as smart as they all said, they wouldn't even have found him if he was that smart. Can we agree on that? So he's an idiot. He was right underneath their noses. That was part of his plan or his sick little thing or whatever. And here's another thing. There's reports that there was a woman at his apartment. Was that woman one of the girls from the house? There's a video out there saying that the lady that lived underneath them said that. I was shocked. One night he came home with a woman. Show the photo of them girls to that woman and see if that woman identifies one of these girls. If she identifies one of these girls, then the girl that he brought back to his apartment was one of the girls that he killed. There's the connection. So it ain't over yet, folks. It's like the sheriff was saying. It's just started. All the data, all the information they got to go through. They got to connect the dots. And Brian knows that, being a criminologist and studying crime. He knows he don't have to do nothing. He don't have to say nothing, do anything. It's up to the police now and the FBI to connect the dots. He was probably watching everything, every police video. He was probably watching every YouTube channel that even posted anything about Idaho 4. I imagine that dude was watching it, trying to stay one step ahead of the police or whatever. But he was an idiot because as soon as he had any inkling that they were on to him or even close, he should have boot scoot boogied. But he wasn't that smart. Heroin or meth heads or whatever, they usually ain't that smart. He does look like his teeth. In that one photo, he looked like Dr. Kevorkian, all shriveled up and his teeth all brown. And heroin or meth, I would say the meth. If he was doing meth, that would have gave him great strength. And he would have lost weight rapidly, real fast. So, yeah, it's a toss-up. I don't know. I'm still thinking somewhere there's a connection. Somewhere. But we won't know until they make them a sweet deal that makes them want to talk. Here's the thing they should be doing in interrogation is making him maybe feel like he is so smart. How did you do all this? BK, the killer, would have never gotten away with this. The Zodiac wouldn't have been able to make him feel like he's above all these people, get him to talk. They did with the ice pick killer Richard. They made him feel like he would. Once they caught him, they made him feel like, how did you do all this? And Richard ice pick himself talked. They made him feel like he was unbelievable. We've never come across somebody like you. You're a genius. And then he talked and explained how he killed, all his people and that he did kill. And he'd go home and sit down with the kids and have dinner every single night, laugh and joke like there was nothing wrong. Meth heads are stupid when they're stoned out. Yes, but they also have great strength. They will do just about anything for a fix. Yes. Stay up for days. The brain can't take that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry to hear that, Debbie. But I got a busy day ahead of me. I got to watch a couple crime channels before I take off and run some errands, and then yeah. He could have had people watching YouTube channels as studies. You know what I mean? Telling people, watch this crime channel. We want any information. If anyone got close to what was going on, he'd get wind of it. There's thousands of things he could have been done. He could have been smart, book smart. It could have been thousands. I think there's a connection somewhere. Either he drank in the bar that the girls drink in, or he knew, or maybe been to parties that the girls were at and knew the girls, or somebody, a friend. Hell, we don't know. He could have dated a girl. We don't know. But who was the girl that he brought home that night? That the witness said they were shocked when he brought a girl home one night. Was one of them girls, one of the girls in the house. That's the thing. That's the thing right there. And don't get upset as some of these YouTubers that put everybody that was in all the footage, all the friends, all the boyfriends as suspects, because in real life and real crime, investigators and forensic people, that's what they do. Everyone was a suspect until the case was solved. Some of us were looking outside the box and looking in for crimes that matched what happened. Some of us were looking at vehicles in other states. I was looking at one that was, 2 weeks ago? A week ago? They found a white similar car in Florida and had it surrounded and shut the whole block down. Some people looked outside the box, but also kept the people in the videos family suspects, but also looked outside the box. And there's nothing wrong with that. Why are, some of these people did point out, hey, it's definitely, this is the killer. It was Jack. Yeah, them people, they're screwed, right? But not on this channel. We only said they were suspects. They're innocent till proven guilty. We didn't determine who it was, and you really can't until you got all the evidence. We just got lucky that we profiled him as, this guy's wearing a suit. He knows crime. He might be going and studying crime there. He might know the cops. The cops were even suspects, you know, after the video came out. So, yeah, but there were some people that way prematurely said it was Jack or one of the Jacks or something. We didn't. We only made speculations and theories. We didn't say anybody was guilty of anything. Thank God. I'm poor. I don't need lawsuits coming at me. Was it drugs? Was it sex? I think it was a little bit of everything. Jealousy. I think it was. But now here they got to explain all these people that profiled him as he's a big, strong guy. This guy must have been very, very strong. And I'm like, no, that's not true. If you got a real sharp knife, you don't need any force. They just, I don't know, defense wound people. Well, they must have been struggled. They must have seen, no, you could be laying in a dead sleep and you feel a sharp pain. What do? You jump up. Hell, when I had my gallbladder explode on me, I was in a dead sleep. And jumped out of bed like it was just the horriblest pain ever. And I imagine that some of these people that were sleeping, the first stab that they got probably woke them up. So yeah, I imagine some of them had defense wounds on them. That don't mean they were targeted. That don't even mean he went in there just to target one person. It didn't make sense. Because if he was so smart, as everyone said, he would have did what he planned to do. He would have went in there and killed only one person, and he would have been gone. The longer you stay at a crime scene, the more chances you have of getting caught or being seen. So, was there a target? Maybe. Maybe there was one person targeted, but everybody died. Just to make sure there was no witnesses. Maybe he had a grudge against all of them. Maybe all of them knew who he was. I don't know, but I got to go. There's other crime channels coming on I'm going to watch. I want to thank everyone for stopping in. What is his name, Daniel? Damn, that sounds like the guy I ran from in Florida. He was also very intelligent, but his memory was bad. I don't know. BC, I have experience. I hate meth with a purple passion. Yeah, meth will make you real strong. PCP will make you real strong. That's probably what was going on, But a lot of people don't realize it don't take no strength with a very sharp murder weapon. He might have been angry, but people are like, this guy must be very, very strong. He must be very, very athletic. He must be, I don't know. We're still looking at the tank top guy in the food truck video. He looked much stronger than Brian does right now, right? Brian was 6 foot tall. Very linky, but people don't realize 6 foot tall. His arm length must have been very long, so therefore he had a longer thrust into the body, which creates more momentum when you're killing people like that. So I don't know. Now you folks have a great day. Be safe. I got to check in on a crime channel and see what they're up to. And no sex involved. There was nobody raped or He knew what he was doing. He went in, he did what he needed to do. And them two girls, they got to check and see if them two girls that survived knew him. And they better thank their lucky stars. They should be praying to God themselves uh, that they're alive, because I believe Brian was going to kill that whole house. He wanted to make sure. Now, we don't know. We got to find the other four people, which one of them did look pretty tall compared to the other ones that were walking by. So they got to find them to make sure they clear them. There's numerous things, you know, numerous, numerous. Like Prophet just said in the comment, there's millions of them. Yeah, there's millions of theory. There's millions of these idiots running around. Be safe. I'll talk to you folks later. And remember, in a murder or serial killer, in a murder, anything is possible. Anything is possible. If you're going to be a good crime person, you don't take nothing off the table. They're all suspects till the case is closed. And anything is possible. Anything. The devil will cover his tracks any way he can. Johnny, you let us know what the YouTube creators say. I'm not watching anymore until something new comes out. Yeah, there ain't. I'm done with the case, Miss Prophet. There's really nothing we could do unless somebody comes forward and says there were other people that helped him, or we have phone data showing that there was a connection and yada, 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 yada. You know, but I'm done with the case. And really, there ain't nothing anyone could do unless somebody really knew him and they got phone data showing that he communicated with other people. Other than that, there ain't nothing anyone could do unless somebody was helping him and rats on him, which that's possible. Somebody could have already been arrested and ratted on him. That would make sense why he said, have you picked up the other ones in the case? Anyone else in the case? Possible. I don't know. You folks have a great day. Be safe. Thank Prophet, Miss Fox, anyone that stopped in. Have a good day. Be safe. And remember, in a murder case, anything is possible.